Hey, you guys, welcome and welcome back. We're going to get into another collective reading for you guys. So be sure to sit back, relax, and get comfortable. All right. Y'all be sure to subscribe, like the video. Oh, okay. I think that was a title card. Leave me some comments below. Let me know if the reading is resonating. These cards are itty bitty. It's hard for me to shuffle them. But we're going to get into this reading to see what it is that you guys need to know. For the collective, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Father, Mother God, what is the most important message for the collective at this time? What's the most important message? Why does love have to be so complicated? That's a good question, y'all. I don't know why love has to be so complicated. It really doesn't have to be that complicated, but when you throw in everybody's emotions, fears, doubts, insecurities, regrets, worries, all of that stuff plays a role. I feel like love isn't really that complicated. 1111 was on the timer. Love is love, but at the same time, love doesn't pay bills. Love doesn't keep a roof over your head. Love doesn't keep food in your stomach and clothes on your back. So because of the way our society is set up, it makes it hard to just love. And so many people are lost in our society when it comes to how they express love, what love really is. That's what makes it difficult. See, I don't think love is hard. I think the fact that people don't really understand what love is makes love hard, okay? At the bottom it says, I feel trapped in these emotions, but I'm actually doing this to myself. That's what a lot of this is. Love is not complicated. People make it complicated. People choose to be with people who they really don't fuck with or they really don't like. People choose to continue to stay in situations that are detrimental or harmful to their self. People choose to hide their feelings or not truly express their feelings. And that's what causes the feeling of being trapped. 222 was on the timer. The fact that people are afraid to show love because we've been conditioned in society to think that love is weakness is the problem. We've also been conditioned in society to gravitate towards trauma, which makes us think that love is traumatic or makes us think that love has to be chaotic when really it doesn't. Look at fucking dumbass Krishan and Blueface. And Krishan is a Pisces and I'm a Pisces, but that bitch is being stupid. She's choosing to do something that's detrimental for herself because of quote unquote love or because of something that she feels like is going to benefit her in the long run, but it's really going to hurt her. She don't see that. Now, we're not talking about celebrities, y'all, but this is what the collective is trying to figure out. A lot of people right now are feeling trapped in their emotions. And they feel like love is complicated, but it's really because they don't know what love really is. They don't understand that they're actually doing this to themselves. If people would just choose to be with who they love, no matter how folks look, no matter how much money they make, no matter what they do for a living or what type of car they drive or house that they live in, people would be a lot happier. A lot of women and men do the same things. A lot of LGBTQ plus, non-binary, whatever you want to call yourself. This is just human nature. This is what people do. I'm going to use this Soulscapes deck real quick. This is a deck that I got from one of our beautiful subscribers. Okay. Christina Ambrosia, thank you so much once again. If you would like Christina's information, you will have to look at the Pisces channel to get the Soulscapes deck information. I'll try to transfer it over into the description box. Okay, so what does the collective need in this situation? What does the collective need in this situation? Okay, gifts. This card always comes up for whatever reason. It says a deep knowing that it can be anything other than well. That it can't be anything other than well. I read it wrong the other time too. Okay, so a deep knowing that it can't be anything other than well. So this is a deep knowing that everything is going to turn out okay. This is trust. This is faith. This is believing that everything is going to turn out okay in your life if you just ride the wave, if you just allow your experiences to be what they are. If people would just let love be what it is, love wouldn't be so complicated. A lot of people lie about what they want to get what they want. A lot of people are too afraid to speak the truth on how they really feel. A lot of people have trauma that they haven't dealt with and they project it onto other people. But that's why love is so complicated. You as a collective have to heal your own trauma, because we just did a reading where someone's childhood trauma of abandonment was affecting the way that they come at relationships, the way that they view love. People don't know what love is. Love is not fucking with somebody in a negative way. Love is not using kids or money or some type of stability to hang over another person's head. Love is a gift. And when you receive it, you cherish it and you nurture it. Whether it's the love of your parents, the love of your spouse, or the love of your children, you cherish it. Or the love of your friends. You cherish it. But see, people don't cherish life. People don't cherish or value life. So they're so willing in certain instances to throw their life away. And that's why they can't find love. They're so willing in certain instances to not value life. And what I really feel like is the fact that a lot of people don't value women these days. And they try to brainwash women into not giving a fuck about themselves so that they can come in and take what they want so that they don't have to work on being better, because the women are the center of the universe. I don't give a fuck if anybody's mad. Women are the center of the universe. And if you don't treat women right, if you don't treat your mama right, if you don't treat your sisters right, if you don't do right by your fucking daughters, and you don't treat the women that you date or have encounters with correctly in your life, you aren't going to be able to find love. That's why love is so complicated. And if a man get mad or say anything about what I'm saying, oh well, because that's what it is. There's not enough value placed on the woman. And no matter what you think women get, it's been hard fought. Because we as women have had to deal with so much that as a man, if you can walk down the street, yeah, maybe you might get your ass whooped, but you won't get sexually penetrated and violated unless it's a bunch of men. As a woman, one man can take you. And maybe to save your life, you better take it. That's what women have had to deal with. And I think the world has it real fucked up, because a lot of men try to blame the problems of the world on everything else but the fact that they have ran this bitch into the ground. Men have ran this land that we have been given by God into the fucking ground, and they want to blame women for it. There's a lot of men that don't. And there's a lot of women who are the problem too. Let's not get it twisted or confused. But a lot of the reasons why love is so complicated is because people don't know what love is. And then when you realize, when a lot of individuals, especially y'all have been here, y'all have been learning. A lot of you guys who are watching this have known me. You know who I am. But a lot of y'all have worked on the things that you need to work on. You've dealt with your traumas. You've experienced and gone deep into your shadows to do the shadow work that needs to be done. That alleviates those triggers that hide in the dark corners and crevices of your mind. You've done a lot to get that done. However, there's a lot that the collective needs to do. And in order to solve a lot of the problems that we have with love and relationships, there has to be an appreciation of the gift of what love is. If you don't appreciate the gifts that God gives you, if you don't have gratitude and thankfulness for what blessings you've been afforded on this earth, you won't appreciate shit. Nothing will ever be good enough for you. Whoever it is that feels like love is so complicated, you know, or they know that they're causing the problem because they're trapped in their emotions. They're not letting their emotions flow because people don't have room for emotions these days. People don't have room for feelings these days. People don't care or feel it's important to express what's really on your soul and on your heart. And that's where the fuck we messed up. That's why all of you are getting taken in the ass with no Vaseline from your governments. Now, the gift card says, this is knowing that it's going to be okay no matter what. A deep knowing that it can't be anything other than well. Everything is going to turn out the way it needs to be. Everything is going to be as it should. You were not meant to be in any place that you were not meant to be. And you are always going to be meant to be where you're meant to be. You're always going to be meant to have what you're meant to have. And if you take the fear and the stress and the worries and the anxieties and the insecurities out of the situation, then it makes it a lot easier for you to think clearly. The card says, I gift you the courage to stop censoring yourself, to wear your big brazen heart like high fashion, permission to expose yourself, to show your hand first, to see the strength in your sensitivity, clearance to grow and change, to contradict yourself whenever you want and for whatever reason, the ability to trust your intuition, to set boundaries and stick to them, to sit in conflict without flinching, to stare into the shadows instead of away, to show up with smarts, swagger, soul, salve for wounds that have not yet healed or which you've opened or allowed others to inflict or infect, a letting go, a breaking free, a cord cutting. See, what's going to help this world right now and what's going to help a lot of people who just want love in their life is for them to realize that in order to have love in their life, they have to feel love in their life. If you want money, you have to put yourself in the feeling of emotion of having money. If you want love, you have to put yourself in the feeling of emotion of having love. If you want peace, you have to create peace around you. That's the only way that this shit is going to get resolved. And if you want to get in the comments and you want to doubt it or you want to say, oh, no, that don't work, it's probably, bitch, you ain't tried. Don't say that something ain't worked if you ain't tried it. And if you really didn't put 100%, 110% of your effort, if you half-assed some type of fucking healing that you claim didn't work for you, it's probably because you were being half-assed with it. It's probably because you really didn't take it seriously. It's probably because you didn't appreciate the gifts that were given to you and you were still looking at what you lacked. That's why love is so complicated right now. Okay? Let's get an advice. Nope, I don't want to use these. I want to use these. So we're going to get advice for the collective in this situation. We're going to get advice for the collective. And this is not me bashing any of y'all. I'm just letting you know why it seems so difficult. And some of you may have to express your feelings more. I don't think there's anything wrong with expressing your feelings, but I do think that there's something wrong with doing things that make you that go against your better judgment, right? Like, there may be certain things that cause you to have fear. You may be scared to approach the person who you have a crush on. You may be afraid to express how you truly feel to the person who you've been dating. You may be nervous about what somebody is going to have to say about you, whether or not they're going to like how you look in person, whether or not they're going to feel the same way about you. But at the end of the day, nothing that is meant for you will pass you by. And that's the end all be all of the situation. Nothing that's meant for you is going to pass you by. Nothing that you're supposed to have is going to be denied from you. But you have to be the one to decide that you deserve to have it and act accordingly when it comes to what you do. What's the advice for the collective? Okay. I'm not going to take all of those. I'm just going to take this wise one. Okay, the wise one. Ooh! What? That card was hiding up under there. The wise one. Grow within your current situation and air guardian. Shift your perception. Interesting. So we're going to read both of those, y'all. Be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. If you're sensitive or squeamish, you may not want to subscribe because I'm a bitch. Okay, wise one says grow within your current situation. The message is knuckle down, be reliable and committed. Be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. The wise one represents the wisest aspects of the goddess, the crone. In paganism, the modern Wicca, the crone is the fiercest, most psychic and most aware aspect of the goddess because she has been through many of life's challenges and overcome many setbacks. On this card, the raven is in her hands, the raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the darker times and be reborn again and again. So she helps you to tap into wisdom and overcome whatever life throws at you. Wisdom being the information stored in your soul, rather than the knowledge acquired in this lifetime, and to learn from the experience of your elders. Okay? So the wisdom, okay, that's what is that again? A raven and an owl. Now, it says the wisdom of the wise one is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking: commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you are being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. Be committed to your tasks and projects. It can be very easy to get bored or overwhelmed, but persevere. You are being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability, and that it's not who you were born to be. So keep working on what you're working on, because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. So people have to understand the wisdom. I feel like a lot of us in society we like to pick and choose what pieces of information that we're going to use. Like, everybody loves to put out these clips of people talking that only shares maybe one perspective or one aspect of a situation. We love to put out these shorts and these TikToks and these reels and all this shit that only shows one aspect of a fucking situation. But if we actually pulled everything out of the situation that entails the entirety of what happened, then the bigger picture would be able to be seen. But certain people only want to see what they want to see. A lot of people like to talk about the past and how relationships were in the past and how women were in the past, how men were in the past, but we're not in the fucking past. And whatever men and women had to do to survive back in the day or whenever, it was a different set of circumstances. Now we're in a totally new set of circumstances where we have to learn and be adaptable, but it's going to take reliability and commitment on all of our parts to have what it is that we really want, or else we're going to allow other people to decide for us. And I feel like that's what a lot of motherfuckers don't understand out here, is that at the end of the day, you're going to have to choose what it is that you want and be committed to it. If you want to be with a person, if you want to love a person, love is not just puppy love. Love is not just the honeymoon stage. Love is not just that kissy, all that puppy dog eye face shit. Love is hard. Love comes with a lot of things that you have to really have courage to work through. And a lot of people don't know what it takes. A lot of people right now are feeling really trapped because they're not able to express their emotions, or they feel that there's not a safe space to really speak about how they truly feel about love, to really speak about how they truly feel in their emotions. They feel like they have to say a certain thing or do a certain thing to be approved by everybody and their fucking mama, who really don't have any importance, who really, like, these people that folks want approval from don't really have any type of power over the situation. It's like when you choose to submit to what other people think you should do, or you choose to submit to society's standards, you're choosing to basically strip away your individuality and what makes you you. And the fact that people are afraid to express their emotions is a real sad day. The title card. So this is definitely about relationships. Sometimes it's easier to just love you in the 5D. Yeah, sometimes it's easier to just love people in your mind, or to have love for people in your mind. But when it actually comes down to doing it, it's a very challenging experience. And I feel like a lot of people are not prepared for that challenge. They want the benefits of love, but they don't want to do the work that it takes to keep the love. And they don't appreciate the gift that love is in their life. That's the problem that we're facing right now. That's the problem that we have to overcome as humans in order to get ourselves back on the right track and actually be happy about what it is that we have. Okay. Now, Air Guardian says, shift your perception. Change the way you think and you will change your whole reality. Okay. The Air Guardian card represents the angels of the air element. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Traditionally, air is all about thoughts, thinking, and everything that's happening in the mind. So these angels can help you to overcome any thoughts that you have come back to, or that Sorry. So these angels can help you to overcome any thoughts that have come back to haunt you from the past and to see the world more clearly. They are guiding you to change the way you think about certain situations, as this could be standing between you and greatness. When this card arises, it's an opportunity to learn about your way of thinking. You are being guided to recognize that not all you see is exactly the way you see it. Sometimes the mind can play games, and sometimes our perception can be wrong. If you are being challenged or feel that there's a lack of clarity and direction in your life at the moment, there's a good chance the way you're thinking or what you're focusing on has a lot to do with that reality. You are being guided to open your eyes and your mind, go beyond any limits you have set for yourself, and recognize that the way you see the world is how you will experience the world. As I said, opportunities are moving in your direction, but they will only open up for you if you are ready to do the internal work to support them. So there's a lot of people who may be watching this. A lot of you who may be watching this have the opportunity to have love or to experience real love in a connection, but you see it as being complicated because you're not truly expressing your emotions. One thing about it that I've learned, I don't care if I get rejected. I don't care if motherfuckers look at me crazy. I don't care if it's a problem that I'm saying how I feel. I'm going to say how the fuck I feel. And if more people said how they feel, not just in anger, but also in compassion or support or love, or they said things from a real loving place in their heart, then there wouldn't be so much miscommunication and confusion. Okay? That's how I feel. Like the video, subscribe, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about this reading, you guys. And I am so thankful for you to be here. See you next time. Have a good day. Bye.